What is going on, you guys? It's Extreme here, and today I am back with another episode of my Road to Max Prestige, and I have no idea why I'm screwing up this intro, but I'm gonna go with it because, hey, who gives a fuck? Anyways, okay, I kind of give a fuck, but alright. So, welcome back, you guys, to my Road to Max Prestige. I am Extreme, and I would do my normal intro, but I really want to get into what we're going to talk about today, because today we're talking about me mommy. I miss her. Anyways, trying to be a little bit of a goof today, you guys. Yesterday and the day before, not so much fun, and today I thought, let's have a little bit of fun. I'm talking about my mom, and I love my mom very much, and it is kind of mommy weekend here on XtremeFTW Gaming, ain't it? Damn. Anyways, this wasn't intentional, by the way. It just kind of worked out that way. Seriously, it really wasn't intentional. I mean, this episode and the one that's following tomorrow, those were planned for some time, but yesterday, that just kind of came up. Seriously, when I was coming up with the idea. Anyways, so, oh good lord. Oh man, so like I said though, today I'm going to talk about my mom, you guys, and before I do that, I once again want to remind you, yep, I'm doing it every damn time now. I come out with new episodes of this series every single day at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, I have Facebook and Twitter. Links are down in the description below. And if you like what you see or whatever, something, like, favorite, share, subscribe, all that fun jazz. Yeah. Worst intro ever. Anyways, now that I've gotten all that crap out of the way, we're going to talk about my mom. And I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about my mom, share a couple stories maybe. One of them is going to be rehashed, I'll tell you that right now, but it's one of my favorite stories, and I'm going to go ahead and tell that story right off the bat. For those of you that are new to my channel, I've told this story once before, and it's about when I was homeless. For a few months back in 2002, my whole family was homeless. It wasn't by design, it just kind of worked out that way. Our landlord was a bitch, and a fucking... I could go on and on about this bitch, and she really is a bitch. She basically screwed me and my family out of a place to live, and yeah. But that's beside the point. So during this time, though, I was working at Target, and other things were going on, and we were sleeping in our cars. So we got a hotel room, and after staying in our cars for literally a week straight in one of the hotter summers, not the hottest summer, but one of the hotter summers here in San Diego, we were all going fucking mad. We damn near lost our minds. And I remember looking at my mom when we got in the room, and the look on her face was just air conditioning, oh, a bed, oh, there's a sink, oh, a shower, oh god, yes, like she was so happy. But that's when we noticed the phone is blinking. Specifically, my brother Eric noticed the light on the phone was blinking. It's blinking, it's blinking, it's blinking. And he, me, and my mother sit down between the two beds, because we had two beds in the room, and we're looking at the phone and we're going, why is it blinking? Why is it blinking? Why is it blinking? I don't know. Why is it blinking? Why is it blinking? And this is going on for about 10 minutes. Looking back and forth, going, why is it blinking? Why is it blinking? Why is it blinking? I don't know. Why is it blinking? I don't know. Why is it blinking? You think something's wrong? Are we in trouble? Why is it blinking? Finally, my mom says, well, we just call the front desk and see what's going on. Okay. My brother picks up the phone. He calls the front desk. Hey, I'm in room such and such, and our phone light is blinking. Why is it blinking? And I wanted to laugh so hard, even then, because I knew what we were saying, and it just kind of funny. But of course, they tell my brother, oh, it's because the previous occupants, they had a message or something, or a wake-up call, whatever it was. We'll clear that for you right away. So my brother hangs up. He's like, okay, cool. Hangs up the phone, and we're sitting there watching it, and it's blinking, and it's blinking, and it's still blinking, and then it stops blinking, and in unison, 3 grown adults go, aww. Now, the point of this story has nothing to do with the blinking light or the fact that we were freaking out about it. The fact that my youngest brother, who just also happens to be disabled, as you guys know, He walks right into the room, picks up the remote, and turns on the goddamn TV and starts watching fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! And we're sitting there. After the blinking light stops, we're kind of looking at each other like, yeah, what do we do? We have nothing to entertain us. And then I turn and see the TV on, and I'm all, oh, hey, we have a TV. Wow, we're fucked. And of course, everyone laughs, and my brother's sitting there oblivious to everything and just kind of enjoying the fact that he can watch his show. And that's one of my favorite stories of my mom, because it was at the tail end of what was probably the worst summer I've ever had. And there was a bunch of other things going on. My mom had gotten to a point where she was literally thinking of leaving my dad because of this. Because my dad partially was at fault for what happened. I won't go into that right now. Maybe somewhere down the line, if I haven't already done it. But, so, it was just a bad summer. But it was one of the few memories I had that just made me smile. And made me, anytime I think about it, it always reminds me of my mom and my brothers. And for those wondering where my dad was during this incident, well, he was at work. So, and me and my brother were also off that day, so we were like, thank God we could take a shower and not have to try and pull some shenanigans to go take a shower at a local pool or something like that. We literally were trying to find every easy, simple way to stay clean and stay, keep our clothes clean, stuff like that. It was a really shitty summer, but that's not the story I want to tell you guys today. But my mom was a very stubborn woman. I told you guys that story yesterday, but my mom was also a very loving, caring, honest, genuine person. And evidence of that would be seen at her funeral, as people from my mom's family, friends she'd had for years, friends she hadn't seen in years, my friends, my best friend David, who I will eventually talk about on my channel, probably sometime this week, just because now I've mentioned him and I need something to talk about later this week. I'm honest. But he was there. And I have other friends that wanted to be there that for one reason or other they couldn't be there. Or there were people I knew that wanted to be there and I didn't want them there. They may know who they are. I highly doubt it. But, David was one of those people I absolutely wanted to have there, and he was there, and it was a weird day, but my mom did so many great things. My mom was a school teacher, or she wasn't a school teacher, but she worked for the school district as a special education. She basically was a disabled student's aide, is basically what her job was. She helped, children with special needs. That was what she did. And she loved what she did, and she loved the kids she worked with, and, it was, I don't know how else to put it, but my mom was she was one of a kind, and the world lost one of the greatest people that have ever lived, in my honest opinion. There are people that have, that do good things on a large scale, which, and in retrospect, there's a reason why they did it. My mom lived that way her entire life. She did good things just because. It wasn't a matter of trying to redeem herself or, make amends for something she did. It was just, that's the type of person she was. However, my mother did have a mean streak. And the best way to show that mean streak, boy, this involves my uncle. And when they were kids, believe it or not, there would be other occasions, but this one is the one that stands out the most to me. Partially due to the fact that not even 5 months after my mom passed, my uncle passed. So that sucked. But oh god. So the story goes that my mom was ironing, and she was just doing her normal, just ironing, chilling, getting clothes ready for family, whatever. And this is when it was still her mom, her dad, her brother. I think her mom had passed away at that point. I don't really remember that part of the story, but I know that she was ironing, and my uncle came in and started picking on her. And he kept picking on her and picking on her and picking on her until finally she kind of had enough. And she's sitting there holding a hot iron. My uncle obviously didn't get the point and kept going and kept poking the bear. Needless to say, my mother got pissed and finally took the hot iron and slammed it on my uncle's hand. The last time I saw my uncle, I asked him to see his. I asked to see his hand, and he goes, "Oh, your mom told you about that, huh?" And I'm like, "Yeah, she told us about it multiple times." And he showed me this. He showed me the scar, and you can clearly see the outline of an iron on his hand. And I sat there, and I'm all, all year she whooped my ass. She never left a permanent mark. You really must have pissed her off. And he was like, "Yep, I learned never to do that again." And oh my god, man, it was just, the best way to put it is, you could piss my mom off to a point where she wouldn't do anything malicious. But if you pissed her off to the point where she fucking did something that bad, oh, you didn't piss her off. You really pissed her off. And I came close at least one occasion. I know that for a fact. And I will have to share that story with you guys on another time, because this video is wrapping up and that story will take a little while. But I love my mom very much, you guys. As you can tell, I'm doing 3 days dedicated to her. Well, 2 of them are positive, 1 is not. But I really do miss her every single day. And I know I've said this before to you guys, and I will say it again tomorrow, I guarantee it. If you have anybody in your life, whether you love them and you see them every day, or you love them and you only see them every great while, let them know you love them. Tell them, text them, send them a message, just randomly. It doesn't have to be every single day, but let them know you love them, you care about them, because you never know when they're going to be gone. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I will be back tomorrow with probably the worst episode I'm ever going to do. But until next time, adios. Sorry, you lost the baby. My mother is starting to get pissed off. She's not even bothering to get emotional. She's like, "I'm just going to go home and talk to my husband about this first before I make any decisions on whether or not I'm going to do anything else. And then I'll let you know. Or I'll whatever." So she leaves, goes home. It's like, God damn it, I know I'm still pregnant. I know I still have this child inside of me, god damn it. She is dead set on not giving up. So while she's still waiting for doctor number 3, she makes an appointment to see 2 more doctors. So if we do the count now, we're up to 6 doctors. And she goes to see all of them. And all of them tell her, "I have bad